Thank you for being a poll worker. We have put together some scenarios that you might come across. Voters can be very passionate about candidates and issues, but it is your job to remind them of the laws that keep our elections secure, fair, and safe. First, let's start with a common one. This young man is excited to vote for his candidate and wants everyone to know it. Now, what should you do? A. Tell him to go home and change his clothes. B. Still allow the individual to vote and remind him that the law states campaign materials are not allowed within 100 feet of a polling location. You can remind him that one way to comply is to cover up his shirt. C. Tell him you will stop him from voting because he is breaking laws meant to keep our elections fair. Yes, the answer is B, and it seems that asking most people to obey the law works out just fine. But what if the voter isn't as cordial? This person is agitated, yelling, saying this is disenfranchisement or voter suppression. Do all you can to calm down the voter. But what's most important is making sure you convey that he absolutely will be allowed to vote. Remember, the responsibility of poll workers is to help Ohioans vote, not to serve as a law enforcement officer. Specifically, you should speak with a calm voice. Do not engage in underlying issues that may factor into the objection. Remind the person that they are permitted to vote and that they are being asked to comply with the state law that ensures no campaigning occurs within the polling location. If de-escalation fails, inform a voting location manager or supervisor. If a precinct election official feels the safety of any person is in jeopardy, contact law enforcement. In these challenging times, there are many who adhere to the governor's statewide mask mandate and some who do not. If someone attempts to come into the polling location without a mask, they should be offered one. If they refuse the mask, what do you do? A. Prevent them from entering the polling location until they've put on a mask. B. Encourage them to consider curbside voting. Or C. Tell them to come back after they have received permission from the Ohio Department of Health. The answer is B. While there is a state mask mandate, there is also a constitutional right to vote. Poll workers are not law enforcement officers and cannot prevent eligible Ohioans from voting. To reiterate, first, you offer the individual a mask. If they refuse the mask you offer, encourage the voter to utilize curbside voting. If they refuse to vote curbside, the voter must be permitted to enter the polling location and vote inside. Finally, you will have voters that follow all of the rules on Election Day, except that they are marked in your poll book as having already requested an absentee ballot. On Election Day, when you confirm a voter's identity and it shows that they have already requested an absentee ballot, should you A. Show them the screen and tell them that they only get one vote this election. B. Kindly explain that since they've already requested an absentee ballot for this election, they can only vote provisional ballot on Election Day. Inform them that if they didn't mail their absentee ballot in, their provisional ballot will serve as their official ballot. C. Tell them they can vote, then spoil their ballot right away. That's right. Again, the answer is B. Unfortunately, and for different reasons, some voters may attempt to vote on Election Day despite already being mailed an absentee ballot. Be kind and help them understand how provisional ballots work so that they have confidence that only one of their ballots will be counted, whether it's their absentee ballot or their provisional ballot.
Hi, I'm Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose, and I want to thank you for serving as a poll worker. Your patriotic service is what keeps our democracy thriving. Work hard, stay patient, follow the rules, and together we can give Ohioans the election they deserve. On behalf of all Ohio voters, thank you.